世界のみんなとつながろう Bridges across world communities.
Hello everyone and welcome to Bridges Across World Communities, sponsored by NIA, the Nishinomiya City International Association. My name is Thelma.
And I'm Floyd. Each month we provide practical knowledge for daily living and important information about disaster prevention.
This program is for English-speaking residents in the Nishinomiya area and is broadcast on the second Saturday of each month from 12 noon to 12:15.
This month we'll explain how to use an ambulance service in Japan.
Our disaster prevention topic is linear rain bands.
And we have the second half of our interview with Mr. Vladislav Grigorenko from Canada.
提供は西宮市国際交流協会です。
You know, every month we open this segment of the program with some comment about the weather. Maybe we should try something different for a change.
Okay, and how about some comment about baseball?
Baseball, that's a great idea. You know, the National High School Baseball Championship is now underway at Koshien Stadium in Nishinomiya.
And this year, Toyodai Himeji is the representative for Hyogo Prefecture.
Way to go, Toyodai Himeji.
Yes, and I kind of feel sorry for those kids playing in such high temperature.
Hey, you know, we're not supposed to talk about the weather, remember? Now, let's move on to this month's topic, ambulance services in Japan.
Okay, now during this time of year, the number of emergency ambulance calls increases, usually due to heat stroke cases.
It's important for us to know when to call an ambulance and how to call an ambulance so we can save the lives of those who really need one.
Yeah, in most municipalities in Japan, the cost of operating an ambulance service is paid for by taxes, and the service is free of charge. But that could be changing.
On average, in Nishinomiya City alone, an ambulance is dispatched about 80 times a day. That works out to once every 18 minutes. And of these, 52% of the cases had only mild symptoms. So in other words, less than half the cases were serious enough to really require an ambulance.
A single ambulance dispatch is now estimated to cost about 45,000 yen.
Ooh.
So don't call an ambulance unless it's an emergency. Doing so could risk lives.
Now, however, never hesitate to call an ambulance if there's the possibility of serious illness or injury, or if any of the following conditions apply.
Possible injury in a traffic accident, feeling groggy or drowsy, or loss of consciousness, slurred or inarticulate speech, now extensive burns, sudden loss of control of a hand or foot, or feeling your arms or legs has no strength, sudden severe pain in the head, abdomen, chest, or back.
Now, to call an ambulance in Japan, just dial 119. This is the emergency number for both the fire and ambulance services, and the call is free of charge.
If there are people around you who speak Japanese, don't hesitate to ask them for help. You can just say, please call an ambulance or 救急車お願いします.
And after calling 119, the dispatcher will ask you to do the following.
State the type of emergency, and are you calling about a fire, kaji, or for an ambulance, 救急? Now clearly state that you need an ambulance, 救急です.
Provide your location. Give the exact address or a nearby landmark such as a building or intersection. If you don't know the address, provide the name of the nearest station or building.
Now explain the situation. Describe the patient's condition and what happened, including the onset of symptoms or the nature of the injury.
Answer any further questions. The dispatcher may request additional information about the patient's condition, their age, and your contact information.
Wait for the ambulance and follow any instructions the dispatcher provides while waiting.
For more information, please refer to the Fire and Disaster Management Agency's website. Do a search for Guide for Ambulance Services. The information is provided in 15 languages, including English.
7.7 Sakura FM.
And we'd like to welcome back our guest, Vladislav Grigorenko,
Hi Floyd, how are you doing today?
or Vlad. That's what I'm going to stick with.
Yeah, Vlad.
Now,
Vlad,
last
Vlad.
month we were talking quite a bit about your organization in the Yukon, which is I think the name of it here.
It's VBY.
VBY, okay, which is organizing, kind of matching up volunteers with organizations needing volunteers. And it sounds like quite a a project you have going there. So this month, I mean, we talked about that. This month we'll talk about what are you doing in Japan and how long you've been here now.
Yeah, so it's my second time in Japan. I've been here last year in 2024 from May until August, just visiting family. And this time, so basically I turned 30 and that was my last year to apply for work and holiday visa before the cutoff date.
In Japan?
Yeah. Yeah, I got my Canadian citizenship and I wanted to take advantage of it.
Why Japan?
Because my wife is from Japan, so
okay.
I didn't have much choice, I guess.
And where did you meet?
We met in Whitehorse, Yukon, at work.
Wow. Was she there on holidays or were you on holidays? How did that happen?
She actually also was on a work and holiday visa, but from Japan to Canada. I think it also was a cut-off time for her, so she stayed and worked in Vancouver, and then someone told her that she could go to the Yukon and basically get her permanent residence there by finding an employer who could sponsor her.
Nice.
And I was doing the same thing, basically.
So was it love at first sight?
Yeah.
So how long ago was that?
We met in 2019, I think June or something, and we started living together maybe February of 2020.
And when did you get married?
December 22nd of 2022.
Oh, it's really recent. So you're thinking of having a family at all?
Well, before we got married, we already were talking about it, so yeah.
So we talked earlier, so I know this. But so you have a child on the way, I understand.
Yeah.
So
next
congratulations.
month. Thank you.
So it must be a tough time of year to be pregnant with this heat. For your
Well, yeah, probably. I cannot tell you from my experience, but I guess it's harder than easier.
So do you plan to stay in Japan, or what are the long-term residence plans? Here or Yukon or somewhere else?
Well, ideally is to, for me, it's to relocate to Japan long term, I guess, especially when we need to decide which school the child goes. For now, we are thinking actually to live in Japan in winter and live in Canada in summer to balance cold and heat.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, and have a multicultural exposure for our child. Otherwise, he'll be just talking Japanese and cannot communicate.
Well, my advice is let your kids speak Japanese and English, as many languages as possible, from a really young age.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah. So what do you keep yourself busy with here then, besides your working remotely? What do you do in your free time?
I enjoy going to our local Konami Sports Club to do workout or for swimming. I like swimming, and sometimes I go to our local park for a run. And I also take courses. I study parallel to my work. I'm in a university program studying part-time.
Have you gone anywhere else in Japan at all besides this?
Yeah, we visited, actually, it was the previous year, we visited Rishiri Island in Hokkaido, Otaru, Sapporo, then mainstream places like Kyoto and Nara, Osaka, of course. Then I stayed in Tokushima for 2 weeks, actually.
What were you doing there?
I was volunteering at the local bee farm.
Have you ever done that before?
No, that was, my grandfather is a beekeeper, so I know something about it, but that was 25 years ago when I tried it last time, so basically it was a new thing for me.
So what would you be doing at the bee farm?
Everything from crafting the frames and beehives to checking on the bees, honey harvesting, honey extraction, bottling, labeling, bringing it to the distribution center, so you can find the that honey in your local
So you
super.
learned all this in 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly.
How many times did you get stung?
Less than 10.
So this honey, can we find it here, like in our local stores?
Yeah, actually, you can find it in local stores. Definitely in Kansai Super, because I put it in the basket for the Kansai Super last time.
Okay. What's it called?
It's called Kodo Bee Farm.
Okay. And do they have, like, I know some honeys, they kind of, on the label, they say what kind of flowers, the bees were getting their pollen from. Do they do something like that with this honey also? Is like a very specific flowers?
It's not a specific flower. The hives are situated around the river in Tokushima Prefecture in Awa City. So the bees just get pollen from whatever is available around, so nothing specific.
I was surprised once. I went to a honey tasting event at a honey farm, and there was really quite a difference in the flavor depending on which flowers they were getting the pollen from.
In Yukon we have really famous fireweed honey. So yeah, but in Japan I don't know if they do.
So let's see now. You've got you're away from your moose and bears in the Yukon. Any kind of animals you're afraid of here when you go out hiking?
Not really, actually. Maybe snakes. Yeah.
Like mamushi or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that of a naturalist to figure out which snake is what.
Yeah.
But yeah, something that can be poisonous or venomous is probably something that I'm
at least you
afraid
don't have to worry about bees anymore. Sorry, we've run out of time again already for the second half, but thank you so much for joining us, Vlad, and good luck to you and the family and wherever you're going to end up living.
Yeah, thank you.
防災情報です。
In recent years, usually during the summer months, we've been experiencing more senjo kosuitai, or linear rain bands.
We heard the term recently on TV regarding the risk of torrential rains in the Hokuriku region, including Ishikawa, Niigata, and Toyama.
Linear rain bands refer to multiple rain clouds that form into lines and pass over the same area for many hours. There's no standard definition, but usually it's cumulonimbus clouds that are responsible for these long, heavy rains.
So, if you hear the term Senjo Kosoitai during a weather report, it means there's a good chance of heavy rainstorms lasting for many hours.
And even if an evacuation order is not declared, you should be extra cautious when going near steep slopes or bodies of water like streams and rivers.
Always be prepared for rainstorms beforehand by confirming the routes to your nearest evacuation locations.
NIA is accepting applications for their fall semester Japanese language courses beginning in September.
There are 3 types of group lessons available, so you can choose the one that best suits your Japanese level and schedule.
The first type of group lesson will be held on Monday evenings from 6:30 to 8 p.m. and is offered as elementary and intermediate level lessons. It begins on September 22nd.
And the second type is held on Thursday morning from 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon and is offered as basic and elementary level lessons. It starts on September 18th.
And the third is held on Sunday mornings from 10 to 11:30 a.m. and is offered as intermediate level lessons only. It starts on September 21st.
All courses are held in a classroom at NIA, and the fee is 5,000 yen for 10 lessons.
For more information and details, please visit the NIA website or Facebook pages. Information is included in English.
For application and consultation services and any other inquiries, contact NIA at 0798-328680 or send an email to nia@nishi.or.jp.
And a special thank you to Mei-chan and An-chan for their Kansai slang conversation aired during last week's program. 提供は西宮市国際交流協会でした。
Please keep hydrated and stay safe. Have a great weekend, everyone.